Hey, Pittsburgh. Remember in November 2019 when we had a ballot question and it passed by just a little bit? The voters chose to raise our taxes so that money could go into a fund to help with the parks. Well, hey, I'm Mark Roderkus. I coach swimming and have been a longtime advocate for sports and fitness in the area, and we work with a park setting, Fowler Park on the Northside, right across the street from the Pittsburgh Project, a nonprofit faith-based organization, and I run the swimming pool there. For 15 years, the Pittsburgh Project carried the load of that pool. We staffed it, we've paid for the chemicals, we painted it, we programmed it, we hired the lifeguards. And it used to be one of these old Citipark pools that back in the day Tom Murphy closed. So rather than seeing that facility go vacant and bulldozed, the Pittsburgh Project stepped up and said, hey, we'll run that pool because it's such a valuable asset. And man, it does get some great use. We've taught hundreds of kids to swim there. The campers are there. We play a lot of swim games. And I love the opportunities that the pool presents at the Pittsburgh Project. And I'd like to see them continue. And it's time now for the Pittsburgh Project pool to shift back to ownership by Citiparks. It's in a park. The city has $10 million of new income annually. This would be another jewel in the aquatics lineup of Pittsburgh. And in return, there are a lot of energy efforts and opportunities that I provide through gameplay and swim and competitive swimming that I think the city should be able to benefit from too. So Mayor Peduto, Chief of Staff Dan Gilman, people in City Council, and citizens of the city, let's think about how we're going to use that new tax money to help our parks. And this is certainly one of those. Sort of reminded back to the time before the election when an old City Parks director talked about needing $1 million for masonry because there was a wall that had fallen down in Shenley Park and the big brick and stone needed to be reassembled. And the park infrastructure was crumbling. And we really treasure our parks. But frankly, I don't want to spend a lot of money, like $1 million, to fix a blasted stone wall that gets walked by a couple dozen times a day, where we could invest in something that's going to be life-saving, it's going to be fitness-related, it's going to impact kids from little to old. So help us find a poster child for the efforts that can really be about the places, but also about the programming in our parks. And I think we've got a big need on the north side with Fowler Park. Thanks for listening.